Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to this Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. The reason that I look the exact same as last time is I'm recording these back to back because we're doing both episode recordings also back to back, because by the time you're seeing this, Jeexx is in a trip and we can't record, so that's why. Anyways, today we're playing the structure deck, Mechanized Madness, against Jeexx playing Shaddoll something, but the Shaddoll structure deck essentially. And yeah, without further ado, let's break down the deck. We've seen a lot of these cards already in the previous iteration of the MACHINA deck, but still a quick breakdown here. MACHINA Citadel cannot be normal summoned or set, must special summoned by a card effect, and as a quick effect, you can target a machine monster you control to destroy that machine monster, and all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. And if a face-up Earth machine monster you control, except Citadel, is destroyed by battle card effect while this card is in your grave, you can special summon this card. And you can only use this effect is once per turn. So unfortunately, you can't loop 2 Citadels by popping one with its own effect, destroying everything your opponent has 3k or less. Getting the other Citadel on board, but still, like, obviously being able to field nuke as a quick effect and also having recursion on it, it's pretty damn nice. As for the 8s that we're running, we have Machina Air Raider at 3 copies. You can discard one other Machina monster, spell summon this from your hand, and during your opponent's turn, you can act like quick effect, target a machine monster you control, spell summon a Machina monster with a different name and equal or lower level than it from your deck, and then pop the targeted monster. Each effect is a hard once per turn. Machina Raider, once again, you can discard one other Machina monster, spell summon this from your hand. You can target a machine monster you control, spell summon it from your graveyard, a Machina monster with different name and I will leave it or lower level than the monster, and then pop the targeted one. So kind of the same thing. Air Raider just gets from deck, and Irradiator gets from the graveyard. Then we have Machina Cannon here. Must be spell summoned from your hand by sending one or more machine monsters from your hand to the grave. Pays 800 for each monster sent to the graveyard for the spell summon. We're never sending more than one. This is just a like semi-free summon. Machina Fortress, you can discard machine monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more, then spell summon this card from your hand or grave. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to grave, you can target a card you control, your opponent controls, and destroy it. And before resolving an opponent's monster effect that targets his face-up card, you can look at one opponent's card in their hand and discard it. And the important part about this, I think last time this also came up, we already addressed this, but you can discard Fortress for itself. So for the condition here, I could discard Fortress from my hand and like Machina Possess the Rage from my hand to summon the same Fortress that I discarded then from the grave. Which is pretty nice. Then we have 2 copies of Possessed Rage. We have a third one in the side as well. On normal special summon, you can target a Machina monster in your grave, except for Possessed Rage. Spell summon it in defense position, cannot activate its effects this turn. And then on field, you can target one other Machina monster you control and the spell trap your opponent controls and bounce them back to the hand. Each effect is a hard once per turn. Machina Gear Frame, when discarding normal summon, you can add a Machina monster from your deck to your hand, except for Gear Frame. And then once per turn, you can do the Union stuff where you either target a machine monster and equip this to that target, or unequip this from a card and special summon it. And as the Union effect, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by a card effect, you can instead destroy this card. Scrap Recycler at 3 copies. When discarded normal or special summoned, you can send a machine monster from deck to a grave. Obviously, getting Citadels into rotation is what we really want to do. So being able to send Citadel or later Machina Fortress, super nice. And then once per turn, you can reshuffle 2 level 4 Earth Machine monsters from a graveyard into a deck to draw 1 card. Obviously, the only eligible target that we have for this is Gear Frame, because Possessed Rage is unfortunately dark. So somewhat less likely to happen, but the Foolish on normal is already plenty good. And then finally, we are also running triple Jizukiru. It is a machine, it's a kaiju, it's a big ass monster. If we can attribute something that is hard to beat over, like an app clone, or maybe get rid of something like Shaddoll construct. And then if we have our own one that we can summon, and then we can either crash them, or if we have better yet limiter removal and we could just OTK Jeexx that turn, that would be perfect. But just having a kaiju is nice. As for the spell rush, we're running triple Machina redeployment. Activate one of these two effects. Discard one card to add 2 Machina monsters with different names from each other from your deck to your hand, or discard a Machina card to add 2 Machina cards with different names for each other from your deck to your hand, except for redeployment. Then we have a single copy of Machina Defense Perimeter. It is a continuous, I almost said spell trap, but continuous spell. Will control a level 7 or higher machine monster. Your opponent's monster cannot target level 6 or lower machine monsters you control for attacks, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects either. Now the issue here is that the one card effect I'm most afraid of, Shaddoll Construct, is non-targeting, so this doesn't really help there. If a face of machine monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a machine monster in your grave to add it to your hand, and this effect is a heart once per turn. The nice thing here is that obviously we are going to be discarding a lot, like Aerator, Irradiator, Machina Cannon, and Fortress. These all require additional cards for us to discard, at least one each. So we're going to be going like hand negative a lot of the time. So being able to recur stuff from the grave back to our hand is super nice. So Perimeter is nice for that. There isn't really spell trap removal in the Shaddoll deck, and that's why I'm pretty content with just running one. Same thing here, we're running a single copy of Machina Armored Unit. Once per turn, when a machine monster destroys battle and send to graveyard, you can spell summon a machine monster from a deck that has the same attribute and less attack than the destroyed monster in the graveyard. Just getting stuff back from the grave for free. Now the big issue here is obviously this destroy by battle and send to the graveyard, because Shaddoll Construct bypasses this, so there's a chance that I just side out of this for something like limited removal, or maybe a back to the trump, but we will see. A single copy of Magnet Reverse, target a machine or rock monster that is banished or in the graveyard that cannot be normal summoned or set, and special summon it. And we have a second copy of this in the side as well, but the reason I don't want to stack up too much on this, although it seems like a Monster Reborn, the only copy that in our entire deck that we can summon with this is Citadel, since everything else can be normal summoned or set. Then we're running triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone. The reason for this is Core is just an infinite value engine, and we're kind of also a grind game deck, but I can't beat Shaddoll if it goes to like a longer grind game. And the other thing is the field spell. It was Shadow Prison, I think. Shadow Prison, this one. So the Shadow Prison, this just immediately like, we are immediately losing if Jeexx gets this thing on the board early, so I need to get rid of it if Jeexx is running this, which given the matchup I don't think why he wouldn't. Single copy of Machina Overdrive. We have a second one inside as well. Target a machine monster you control, spell summon a Machina monster with different name through hand or deck, and if you do, destroy the target monster. And then in the graveyard, you can banish this card from grave to target 3 of your machine monsters that are banished or in the grave, shuffle them in the deck, and draw 1 card. And you can only use 1 effect per turn and only once per turn. The grave effect is low-key what we care about more here. Single copy of Backtouch Front. It's just a bad Monster Reborn, 2 more in the side as well, but we do need to swarm the field and just kind of win the game before Jeexx can get a grind going. And then a triple Solomon Strike, because as I've said earlier, I am scared of a lot of cards like Construct. And the other thing is Falco can, if Jeexx gets a Construct on the field, we can obviously kill it with stuff like Citadel. But the issue there is that stuff like Falco can revive Construct from the grave, so being able to deny that is really nice. As for the side deck, it's a bunch of bullshit. I've already talked about a bunch of the like extra copies we're running. There's also a single Iron Call. If you control a machine monster, you target 1 level 4 or machine monster in your grave, spell summon that target, but its effects are negated and it's destroyed during the end phase. This is basically just here to make link plays with something like Persisto Rage. So only 1 copy, unlikely to even make it in that deck. Iron Draw 2 copies. If you control exactly 2 machine effect monsters and no other monsters, you can draw 2. For the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you can only spell summon once, and you can only activate 1 per turn. The nice thing here is that like the 2 cards, realistically, like all of our 8s we kind of have here for some extra deck plays, either like going for an OTK with Numeron Dragon or like getting pops with Full Armor Photon and Cypher Blade. But if our XZs are dealt with, and when the game eventually goes to a grind game, we're kind of just trying to loop Citadel and Fortress, so the conditions for this are semi-likely to actually be met, which is why it's pretty nice. But I still want to ensure that the games are going the way they are before I side this in, so that's why it's in the side deck. 2 copies of Unauthorized Reactivation. You can target a machine monster you control, equip one appropriate machine union monster from your hand or deck to a monster, but the union monster you equip cannot be spell summoned this turn. You can only activate 1 per turn. This is essentially like if there are other ways for Jeexx to like deal with something like Citadel, we can equip Gearframe to obviously give it protection, since it has the if something would be destroyed by battle card effect, instead Gearframe is destroyed, so that's nice for that. A single copy of limited removal. I've talked about the grind game a lot, but I think, as I said, like if it goes to a longer grind game, like we're just gonna lose, so at some point like we need to win. So this is just something that for something like maybe Machina Armored Unit, like we can side this in and then hopefully draw into it when we have a couple cards, and then can just like blow Jeexx up from there, because we have a lot of like high attack values on a lot of our stuff. Single copy of Pot of Avarice if the games are actually so grindy. Triple Supply Squad if stuff is getting popped left and right. Obviously getting draws from that is super nice. And as for the extra deck, pretty usual stuff that we're having. We have Boral Sword here for the OTK. We needed Boral War Dragon here for more control. A copy of Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare Phoenix. IP Masquerena here because it's a structured deck episode. We're allowed to play basically whatever we want, so we can do IP into Unicorn, which stuff is really nice. I was already alluding to the Cypher Blade, Full Armor Photon for the pups. We obviously have a lot of like 8s that can summon themselves in Aerator, Irradiator, and Cannon. So being able to go into Galaxy's Photon Lord with 2 of those to level it up into Full Armor Photon Dragon, get a pop there, go into Cypher Blade, get another pop. And even if need be, like we can just sit on Photon Lord. The nice thing here is that it does have the monster negate. It doesn't get the pop if you don't have a Galaxy card, but still having a negate if we go early and can make this is still nice. And speaking of going early, we have 2 copies of Hope Harp as well, because obviously Jeexx on a deck that has super poly, Jeexx on a deck that once you use fusions, like it's very reliant on spell cards, so being able to make Hope Harp would actually be pretty good against his deck, so that's why it's here at 2 copies. And then, as I said earlier, like we have the Numeron OTK, obviously. We can make Draglubion. Draglubion cannot be targeted with card effects, so it is immune to basically being removed by other means than construct, which is really nice because it's also 3k, and it can you can detach 1 from this to take 2 dragon number monsters with different names from extra deck, except for a different Draglubion, and then special summon 1 of them, attach the other to it as material, and for the rest of the turn can special summon other monster declare attack with only the special summoned monsters. And this doesn't matter, I just pick Hard Earth because I think it's cool, but Numeron Dragon is what we're summoning and the other one is getting attached. And what Numeron Dragon does is once per turn you get this 1 to give its attack equal to combined ranks of all XYZ monster currently in the field times 1000 until the end of your opponent's turn. And with this card destroyed by card effect, you can essentially nuke the field of monsters, and then each player sets a spell trap from their grave to the field. And you can special summon this also if your opponent declares an attack when you have basically nothing. This is in your grave, you have no cards in your hand, no cards in your field, and then obviously it'll be able to nuke the field constantly. So it's pretty nice also as a recurring thing, but mostly we're using it because obviously with Draglubion and this on the board, it is 9000. So if Jeexx summons something super tiny, maybe like flip summoning something like a Falco or something, we can literally just OTK him right through that. Or even if it's something like less than that, being able to put him to super low life, and basically means that he can't really ever normal summon anything, because obviously stuff like Citadel and Fortress is super resilient to constantly coming back, and it's hard to normal summon stuff like that obviously is can handle Fortress. Obviously he's playing Flip, so he can just set stuff, but to get past that, but still. It's a nice OTK engine and another level 8 to consider. And then finally, just for the situations where maybe there's something like a Citadel and Jizuku on my board, but more likely just 2 Citadel, I wanted to have something for 10s. So for that we have Gustav Max, which obviously burns Jeexx for 2000, and then we can make Juggernaut Libe afterwards and go to town, which is pretty nice. But overall, like, I'm looking forward to this. I think, like, Machina is a neat concept. Obviously, the matchup is also pretty interesting, with both of us being, like, super grave reliant, like, pretty good, like, grind game decks. So I'm a little worried, as I said, about just, like, Jeexx having the superior grind game, but hopefully we can close the games out before it goes to him having essentially a infinite grind game going on. So we'll see, though. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdown. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well. And afterwards, I will see y'all in the dueling zone.
So, we are playing Shaddoll Showdown versus Mechanized Madness. I like how there's, like, you know, a little bit of what is it called? The fucking alliteration, right? That's going on with both of these. With Shaddoll Showdown, it's a lot better than Mechanized Madness because of the fact that it's the same twice. But you know, hey ho. Anyway, I am playing Shaddoll into Machina essentially. As you can probably tell, this is a 60 card nonsense pile of absolute horrendous dog shit. But I think it's gonna be funny. I think this deck is kind of cool, and I honestly feel like this is the exact kind of deck I would have played of Shaddolls if I played, like, obviously I have 3 copies of Foolish Burial in here because I don't have a limitation on running 3 copies of Foolish Burial if it's in the set. I would be running, like, Called by Foolish and Monster Reborn instead. I'm gonna spoil this right now. It doesn't come up during the set at all. But yeah. I'm running Knight by BLS, Felis, Career Bandit. We've spoken about a lot of these cards at this point. Mathematician, Drake Clown, then we've got Beast, we got Dragon, we got Falco, we got Hedgehog, we got Hound, we got Squamata. I've ran this deck multiple times at this point. I'm just going to go over the new cards in here. Ariel, if it is a Water, level 4, Neil Shaddoll. Ariel has a psychic monster. Weird that it's not an aqua, by the way. It's kind of like, let me just double check. This thing is an aqua, right? It's spellcaster. Even weirder that it's a psychic. I guess they're both psychics. Are you a psychic? No, you're a spellcaster. Okay. But yeah, 1,800 defense. That's the only relevant aspect of its stat line. Target 1 banished Shaddoll monster and spell summon in face up or face down defense position. This is a pretty good effect. This card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect. You can target up to 3 cards in the graveyards and banish them. This effect is actually really good, and I think this is gonna be key in the matchup, right? Mostly because of the fact that it obviously deals with a lot of stuff that might be lingering in the graveyard for waiting for opportunities to do bullshit. Then we have Chaos, and Chaos is the effect of spell summoning 1 from your hand, and when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send 1 Shaddoll monster from your hand to the graveyard. Shaddoll monster from your hand to the graveyard. And if you do it for the rest of this turn, then all the monsters you control gain attack and defense equal to the original level of the monster sent to the graveyard. I think this effect is absolutely, like, horrendous. This is like one of the worst effects a Shaddoll card has. Wendy, and from the absolute worst to, like, possibly the best. Actually, no, scratch that, the best. Wendy has the effect of you can spell summon 1 Shaddoll monster from your deck in face up or face down defense position during flip or when flipped. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can spell summon 1 Shaddoll monster from your deck in face down defense position. What do you mean both of these do the same thing? And one of them even lets you go further beyond. One of them lets you go into Construct and then use Construct for other nonsense. And then bada bim, bada boom, play the game. This card, like, kind of makes the deck now. If you happen to be running, if your opponent is playing something that has extra monsters, you just use Shaddoll Fusion, you dump this, you dump Falco, you get another card, you get Wendy out with Falco. Actually, Falco comes out himself, and then eventually when Falco gets flipped, you get Wendy back out, and Wendy's in face down. Then Wendy triggers, and when you get another card, and it just keeps going. It keeps going for fucking ever. It's absolutely insane how good the resource loop on this deck is. I've spoken on at length about how when decks make plays, I don't like the part where they don't end up losing cards for it, in the sense that, like, when you're on the play, right? When you play your cards, at the end of that, like, play itself, you gained all the cards back, or you drew new cards, or you replace them with some other shit. And I don't like that. But the resource loop in this, where it's like, yes, I will be gaining my cards back, but it will be delayed and it's interactable. Everything that I do is something that you can shoot and you can stop. It's not something that I will just gain automatically as I do my combo. Something like, oh yeah, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then you get to add a card from your graveyard to your hand. Or you get to set a card from your deck directly and then special summon this. Or you get to send a card from your deck to the graveyard and special summon this. As a not even as like an effect, but a cost, and so on. I think overall the Shaddoll deck is really interestingly turned from, like, I used to play against Shadows whenever I wanted to play against something that I found really annoying, and I thought Shadows was the most annoying. And Shadows have slowly shifted away from that and become something that I actually kind of enjoy. But yeah, Wendy, really good card. And then we have, obviously, I got the Field Spell in here. The Field Spell might be fairly strong in the matchup. I got triple Pot of Avarice because it's in the set, and Pot of Avarice obviously refills this entire deck because I have 2 cards that draw 2 cards, and one of them happens to reset my deck for all the good cards that are in it. Shadow Fusion, Super Poly, Lost Wind Core, Sinister Shadow Games, and my extra deck is largely just whatever. I have El Shadow App Cologne. Requires 2 Shadow monsters with different attributes. Must first be Fusion Summon. Cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use each of the following effects of Yellow Shadow Up Cologne once per turn. If this is Shadow Summon, you can target 1 face-up monster in the field and negate its effects. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shadow card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then discard 1 card. That effect is really good. Like, the fact that it gets me a card from the deck is nasty for this. It's any Shadow card, which means that literally anything in here that can start plays on its own. Like, I can add Shadow Fusion, I can add Shadow Core, I can't add Sinister Shadow Games or Curse of the Shadow Person, but I can add any of the main deck monsters too. It's really good. Generally, this card is a really good addition to it. Anoia Tidilis prevents spell summoning using spell or trap effects from the hand or graveyard. Construct, obviously. Krista negates summons. Shekinaga negates monster effects. Wendigo makes a card indestructible, and Winda obviously floodgates your opponent and yourself. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect. Each player can only spell summon monsters once per turn. While this card is face up in the field, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Shadow spell trap card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And then we have Shadow Construct, which requires 2 flip monsters. During your turn, during your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 Shadow monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send 1 Shadow card from your hand or face a field to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card. I think this deck is like insane. Oh yeah, there's also Resh Shadow Incarnation. So like 1 Shadow monster in your graveyard and spell summon in face up or face down defense position. You can banish this card and 1 Shadow card from your graveyard and activate one of these effects. Change a face down card monster you control to face up defense, or change a face up monster you control to face down defense. This card, I'm running it aside mostly because of the fact that I don't think this is particularly good if I'm expecting to go first at all. Like, a lot of these other cards that I have in here, I feel like I can immediately use them. But because this card has the requirement of me actually special summoning something out, I kind of want to go second, ram my shit into my opponent. But I guess you could also make the argument of you can use this if you go first after you've already sent your bullshit in there. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I opted for Lost Wind for possibly having more plays if I go first. Anyhow, that about does it. I think this is going to be a sick match. Good luck with the games.
What is up, ladies and lads? Welcome back to the Historical Learning Journey, and we are back with the Structure Deck episodes. And the reason why I'm wearing the exact same shit is, as if you watched last time, we are recording this right after because Jeexx is taking a trip, and
once again,
yeah. He will not be around for a little bit, but Jeexx is piloting the Shaddoll deck, and I am on MACHINA.
Let me start off by activating this Allure of Darkness card. I draw 2.
That seems pretty good.
And then I banish my Shaddoll Beast.
I would have banished my entire hand, personally.
And then I set 1, set 2, set 3. Normal summon Mathematician.
Holy. Yep, go for it.
I would like to send to the graveyard a level 4 or lower.
Now that's sick.
Dude, I can summon a Falco.
If Mathematician is in the deck, you know it's beast mode.
It's fucking nonsense. I don't think I added any actual cards that can really use these. Yeah, because I need a lot of like flip monsters and shit to be playing these. But
yeah.
You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to send to the graveyard. What does this thing do? Is this crazy by you can still have one shadow? Oh, right. Yeah. Re-Shaddoll Wendy. Oh, that's a level. Oh no, it can be level 4. Holy
Yeah.
shit, this card is so much better than I keep thinking. I keep
Mathematician is
thinking you consider level 4, and it's like,
honestly,
okay.
it was printed a few years prior. It probably would be, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then I would like to summon out from my deck a Shaddoll monster, and I would like to summon out. Who would it possibly be?
I'll be, by the way, honest. I actually don't even remember if this deck had any hand traps.
I don't either, actually.
So we might be actually playing ethical hoops.
I think I should at least a few. Come on, you give me that fucking Falco, brother. Reconnecting.
Oh no, guys, put your hands up. Send your spirit energy. Jeexx, he's fading.
I'm fading. I'm melting. I'm melting.
No, it's me, Rico. Oh no.
No. Okay, can we recover?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have everything like copied.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, let me take a really quick snapshot of my hand, because this is a long ass reconnecting.
Connecting. No. What's that last one? Oh, it was. Oh yeah.
The universe doesn't want us to double upload.
Bro. Reject the server. Again. I'm going to kill.
Okay, I am back.
We're gonna start. Okay, I'm back.
Let's go. Video games.
I summon out this fucking Falco creature from my deck.
There it
You
is.
face,
After
different
17,000 years of build up.
We are cooking. And then I go and face and pass.
Okay. I would like to draw a standby main. What
Draw
the
a standby
fuck
main
is this?
Good question.
Oh wait, so we're just we just do be playing just anything.
That's me. That's what I do.
All right. Anyways,
doing the same now.
Surely I just kill you, right?
I don't think you do.
What? Masaka.
I don't think it's doable against this board.
Through your back row. This can't.
Through my Falco, that will summon out this fucking Wendy, and that Wendy that will then summon out another Falco.
Nuh-uh.
And then get the Wendy back, and then.
Nuh-uh. Me personally, I think. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but what the fuck are you doing in my house? I can't.
With the wrong house, fool.
I can go for. I will start.
Okay.
I don't know how though, but I will start.
Yep.
I'll discard. Do I actually? You know what? Because if I go for, you know, this shouldn't be. If I go, sure. I can't believe I've done this, but I will actually be not discarding Machina Fortress for itself, but I will be discarding it for Machina Irradiator.
Radiator?
Yeah.
Let me just read what this guy does.
Yep.
That's an 8. Someone's at level 8 or... yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yep. Then I would like to send a machine monster from my in Machina Possessor Rage to special summon Machina Cannon, who gains 800 attack.
Okay.
He's very powerful and potent and extremely powerful and super powerful and very powerful.
Just think for a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, am I the fucking stupid? Guys, Am I the fucking stupid?
I mean, the only thing I'm fucking is stupid.
The thing here is that back row is scary. As scary as back row. And life could be a dream if I could take you to the paradise above. Now I can do a cool play or do a non-cool play. Which one should I go for?
Cool. Oh, way cool.
The cool one? Okay. In that case, we will overlay these two to summon out number 97, Doragalubion.
Dragalubion? You're bringing it this card with card effects. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then, I will detach Machina Irradiator to take 2 dragon number monsters with different names for my extra deck and or grave X number special summon one of them and attach the other to it as material. And I would like to summon. Actually, I think if I special summon something and then I overlay into it, that way I can do it. So I'll summon number 92 Heart Earth Dragon. Well, not. And I will use this as material for number 100 Numeron Doragon.
Okay.
Does someone cool?
The someone is cool, yeah.
Then I will be sad and shit and fart and poop and farten, and I will attempt to obliterate this mathematician by detaching one from Numeron Dragon. And making
how much would it gain from this?
It would gain 9,000 since it is
9,000.
one itself and the other thingy bob is something else.
And negate its effect and have its original attack.
Original?
Ow.
No! I go from 0 to half from 0.
Correct. Which is, in fact, 0.
And the crazy thing here is that you would be correct in saying that. And it is the only thing that I can attack for the rest of the turn.
Correct!
I can... Sure.
Check out when I draw this super polymerization off the top of my deck and I get that Dragluvian off the fucking field.
Don't you fucking do it.
Me when I get rid of this fucking pseudo towers looking ass and make a window? Hell yeah.
Using the opponent's tower to make a window.
It's kind of base. It's kind of base.
I'll go for a normal summon of a Machina Possessor Rage. And I would like to target a Machina monster in my grave to special summon it in defense, but it cannot activate its effects this turn.
You cannot special summon other monsters.
Oh, you're right. But I can normal this still.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
but
good.
It cannot attack.
Yeah. The attack isn't important. The essentially only thing that I really care about here is I do not want this 0/0 guy to be on my board. So instead, I will use these two, because the extra deck episodes how we can actually sometimes make this to summon the IP Masquerena.
Cannot special summon other monsters.
Oh yeah, fuck. In that case, you know what? I'll just keep this shit in my hand.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It is the second game we're playing today, so bear with me.
Yeah. It's all good. Alrighty then.
Should I? It doesn't matter.
Huh?
Yeah, I was thinking of should I said something bad. I think I'm fine.
Alrighty then, chat room. I go and start my turn, and I cry myself to sleep. I activate Allure of Darkness.
Another one.
To draw 2 cards. And then, banish from my hand the entirety of the fucking thing. And now you might be like, but Jeexx, are you fucking stupid? Wait, it's not banish. It's
What is this card?
you send the hand to the
I said
graveyard.
graveyard.
That's the joke is that I'm not banishing anything. It's all sent to
So
the
we're
graveyard.
just lying. I just
Yes.
said that is second game, so my brain doesn't work, and then we are just lying to me.
Get fucked. Anyway, I would like to flip summon Shaddoll Falco.
Yep, Falco summon is okay.
And summon from my graveyard a Shaddoll monster in face down defense position. And then I would like to activate
Is
Shaddoll
on
Fusion.
Wind? Yeah, wind.
Yeah, windy. Oh, windy.
Yeah, I mean,
windy.
it's the, Shaddoll Fusion is okay.
I would like to use materials from the deck.
What?
Oh.
That's
Let me
crazy.
just double check something.
Mm-hmm.
Window does that. What does this do? I don't know what Al Capone does. I don't think I've ever seen this card.
Al Capone.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Cologne.
Yeah,
Cologne.
yeah, Cologne, yeah.
Al Capone.
I'm like Al Capone, like what the fuck?
You know, goofy ass card names.
The only reason why I know this is like sometimes when you're thinking of like a deck where it's like I want to send stuff for like dogmatic punishment or shit like that. Like this is the one Shaddoll that gives you also, you know, not just a Shaddoll card from your graveyard, but it also to do other things.
Using
Felis.
Archer, Felis, the Lightsworn Archer, and this. Where is the one that gives me cards back from the grave? Where is this thing?
Shaddoll Base draws you one when you send.
I could have sworn there was a card that also gave me. No, it's on flip. Yeah, that's stuff. Oh yeah, and this thing is your monster specific. Okay, let's send Beast.
Yep.
And then I summon out, as you might expect, Shaddoll Construct.
Yes, sir. And you get the
And then-
Doro.
I get the Doro, and also I get Felis on the field because it was sent to the graveyard with a
Yes, sir.
card effect. And then I would like to activate the effect of Felis to fucking. Actually, do I even need to do that? Does this come out in defense?
It is
No,
a
I can
zero.
just swing over this motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna be
actually.
like, it is just a 0/0 with no. I mean, I get the if you actually if you destroy by a card effect, it does more because it would just
Yeah,
literally nuke the entire field. So
I swing on this and I destroy it
nah,
because for some reason this thing doesn't have anything. That's fucking.
it's
weird.
not targeting. So
Yeah, oh no, I mean like it doesn't have anything for discouraging actually just nuking it with something.
yeah, I mean the idea I don't know what else you would use this with except for Numeron Dragon. So it's literally its only existence is summon this guy and swing for 9,000 sometimes more. Windy sucks.
I mean,
I don't know what
I'm
feedback curve
I'm
is.
passing him.
Yep. Does this do anything? Because I can. I can pitch this.
For context, this deck has a lot of stuff that I could be doing, or because I have a lot of light materials that are really good, right? And the main reason why I'm not doing any of that is because I made this deck in 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna throw everything in here and just be like, yep, playing 60 card Shadow with no grass is greener, kind of game, and
Yes, sir. I'm trying to think. Is there? Because. I don't think. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. This is. No, that doesn't do anything. I
wait,
can
did you
just
take damage
fly
from
stuff.
the? Oh, you could have summoned Numeron Dragon. I see. When your opponent declares a attack when you control no cards. Oh, cards.
Yeah, you need to
hand
have
over
stuff
field.
in.
Oh,
But
that's. I thought it was just field. I thought it was just Gores.
yeah, it's also like this shit basically just you get a 0/0 body on the field that is like, okay, now if you beat the shit out of this thing, like it'll blow up the board. But yeah, you need to also not have stuff in your hand. And I currently have a brick that I don't have a way to, fortunately, get rid of. I don't see anything else that I can do here except use Fortress. So I'll pitch Aerator from my hand to summon out Fortress.
Oh.
Because this will at least thin.
Keep you alive.
Yeah, thin some stuff out, which I don't love, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Then this is, yeah, this doesn't matter at all, right? I guess this makes more sense. So I'll normal possess the rage to shaman back my air raider.
Yep.
Kind of just
activate effect.
Yeah, put the walls up. It is on your turn anyway, the effect, so can't use it regardless.
Oh yeah, like the spell summon itself.
Yeah. So it's essentially, I'm just, you know, I'm trying to thin out the stuff a little bit. This doesn't matter. This isn't speed. And this is card effect. So yeah, 1,000 here.
Yep.
And 14 here.
Yep.
And I at least should be alive.
And now we make IP Masquerade. To summon out Nightmare Unicorn next turn.
Genuinely, but the issue is like, I'm so low. Even if I get to spin a construct, does that save me? Oh yeah, sorry. Is the question?
I think it's kind of hard.
Because this lets me.
It's hard to figure out because there is the possibility that I just have the third Shaddoll fusion, right?
Yep.
And that would be ass.
That's a ways to add that, because when you summons anything from decks, if you have access to something like Hedgehog and you have something that can sort of flip stuff with, like, the deck has multiple things of, you know what? I'll just keep the walls up and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Stand by main. Flip Windy.
Yes, sir.
And the summons out from the deck a jackass, if you will. A jackass who will probably... I'm gonna double check what this fucking construct does. The graveyard, send one Shaddoll of your monster from your hand or face on the field of the graveyard if you do spells on this card. Okay. Wow. Once per turn? Each effect? Okay. So I get to send one from field. And what would I send in this case? Do I have anything that would pop shit? You can summon Shadow monster from your hand to the graveyard. All monsters lose bullshit. This card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect and spells more Shadow monster. You can only use one of these effects per turn.
Oh yeah, let me make sure I'm doing this.
That's easy. Wait, what does this thing say? This card is integrated by a card effect. Oh, right, yeah. That should be probably what I make here. I summon Squamata. Comes out in defense. Either in face up or face down defense, yes. Then I would like to summon out Shaddoll Core, which will be a trap card when it is summoned.
Yes, sir.
Then I would like to link off my Windy and my my Squee for a Shaddoll Construct.
Yep.
And then I would like to, let me double check, what does this say? You can fuse something from your extra using monster from your hand or field. Okay. That's pretty nice that it is for both of those. This can be any of them, so I can use... Yeah.
Chorus.
Activation, send one Shadow monster from your hand. Discussion, you can target one card on the field. 2.6k. I think this should be fine. Yeah, I think I send Construct and Core to the graveyard. To summon out a
This mathematician has been here since fucking
Jeez.
minute one. Bro's a
aura
trooper.
farming here, okay? He's kinda gaming. I'll just summon out another construct. Yeah, because none
Seems
of these
pretty
are
good.
per turn. Then I would like to activate the effect of... let me see. This card's in the gear. Yeah, a Shaddoll Core. I would like to add to my hand a Shaddoll Fusion from the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't banish itself, does it?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to activate the effect of Shaddoll Construct and send to the graveyard this Shaddoll Falco to summon out Shaddoll Construct. Because Shaddoll Falco... Oh, I actually forgot to use Squamata's effect. I'll just ignore that. I don't need to use it here anyway.
Oh yeah, the foolish. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can still kind of use it here, but I would like to summon out Shaddoll Beast using the effect of Falco. This will come out in face down defense. I've already used the effect of Construct Diffusion Summon, so I can't do it this turn, but I can use Shaddoll Fusion on my Construct and my Beast
Easier.
to summon out... Wait, oh, I don't have...
You'd have a third.
I don't have a third construct, so instead of using this
okay.
construct, I'll use this mathematician, Sarabada.
Oh, 7.
7.
He did well.
7. Yeah. And then beast effect, I draw one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and then oh, you can only activate one shadow. Oh, no, I haven't activated shadow. Oh, yeah, I used construct effect. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. I got worried for a second there.
No, you're good.
You draw one machine monster you control, special summon from your deck, one machine monster with a different level that is equal to... Yeah. I would like to swing into... This card destroyed by battle and disintegrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to swing into this thing for 2.8.
I will use its effect and I will tag, or rather target, I'll target Possessed Rage, actually. And then I would like to my deck.
Double checking, wait, give me a second.
Yep.
You tag out a card that is equal or lower level than that monster, so we
needs to
get
be
either level
different
4 or... I actually don't know what other Machina monsters you have that you could summon from here. Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
I think.
I'll go for Gear Frame.
Wait, it's special
Actually,
summon.
yeah, this is normal. Actually, yeah, I forgot I thought this was normal or special. Yeah, this isn't.
No, this card is like from right before the era that they made all of these cards like that. But this your frame would be cracked if it did
It was
that.
instead. I mean, I can still this work because I can just. This doesn't really do anything. Here is the issue. It does no. I mean, I could still.
Oh, I fucking realized I forgot to send Shaddoll cards for both of the constructs when I summon. Because when you summon a construct, you just get to send a card for free.
Oh yeah.
It was like, wait, it's weird that I have so few Shaddows in the graveyard. It's kind of strange. And then yeah, okay. Obviously, I would have so little if I'm fucking up the whole thing.
Yeah. If I
I missed 3 sends at this point, so.
Doesn't matter because I sent this, and yeah, I mean, at least it gets it in circulation. So sure, I'll just go for Scrap Recycler. Possessed Rage gets popped, and I'll use Recycler to send Citadel to the grave.
Okay, and then this thing dies because of the effect of Construct.
Yep, Construct blows it up, and
do you have anything that activates in response?
Yeah, Citadel is card effect. So the thing is, does
face of monster because I use for battle card effect while discarding your graveyard? Yeah.
I mean, I'm saving 200 damage from that way. There's not really a. I'm not gonna be using it again. Because I could just, it doesn't matter. I'll just summon it. It's a free summon, so might as well.
Okay, and then I swing with the second one into Machina Citadel.
Yep, Citadel dies because of the effect.
Nice. Yep, and then I swing into Fortress. Oh, actually, I would need to do it.
Yeah, this is you need to live with battle this time, so. At least this way.
Let me think.
That's fine. I'll just summon this back.
Hmm?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Assuming
what I'm thinking is if I want to swing into this.
Oh yeah, at all. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it's a useless card technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I still kill this thing with construct, and then I swing into. I mean, you get a lot of cards from that. This can kill my construct, but I can get it back immediately, and it's not like the construct itself really matter. I think I'll just swing into this.
Yeah, makes sense. The draw is pretty good.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Okay, well, I tried to survive, and if nothing else, I did do that.
That was a valiant effort. Like that worked really well.
All right. The issue is everything is so big.
Beefy boys.
And I don't only have one Citadel thus far in circulation, but I'll start by normal summoning Mechanized Gear Frame.
Okay.
Gear Frame, give me. Honestly, not the worst option, but doesn't really do anything, right? Any Machina monster.
You can get another Citadel, right?
I can.
In theory, you could run into the fortress with the fortress into a construct, or even Shaginaga, and then
I can't into a construct because otherwise I won't get the thing because it's
it
would just die to the thingamabob.
But when it goes to the grave, I mean, you can summon it back out with Citadel.
Yep.
And the important note about Fortress, obviously, is the fact that it is it's
nothing is
not an effect to summon it.
Yeah, it's also, dude, the fact that you can discard this card for itself to summon it is so wacky.
It's because of the way that it's worded, where you can summon it from both hand or grave.
I think with what I have here, I don't think there's anything else. So this gives me Forcerer's back, and this at least gives me a the second one then afterwards in circulation. So I do think I will go for a Citadel. And this is, you can negate the activation if you destroy the monster. It's a 1. That's still fine, because it's, at least then you need the, I mean, I need to get rid of it point anyway. I don't want this to happen here. I'll go battle phase. This needs you to send something. And there's no reason for me to not beat over this, so I'll start by hitting over this for 600. And then I will attempt to jam into this for 100.
Yep.
And then it explodes, and I would like to use its effect to... I mean, this will hit the other stuff. I actually think I'll target Shaginaga for it.
I think that is the correct play, because regardless of what happens here... Well, actually, Fortress gets destroyed at the end of damage step, and then Citadel activates as well, so I think you get to choose the order of those resolving.
Yeah, is this a... I mean, this isn't... I guess this is a when, so... Yes, but it's the... Because if...
They're both if effects. So but you can just you can go like, oh, I summon Citadel and then I activate Fortress. So you can have like Fortress be chain blocking the Citadel. Yeah,
I think it's better because it's better for me to with that, because I can blah blah blah. I can I think that makes the most sense, because then at least with Citadel I can stuff up. So we'll do that. So chain 1 is Fortress, chain 2 is Citadel.
Wait, but isn't Citadel only from hand? From grave?
Wait, did I summon this from hand? I'm stupid.
Yeah,
sorry. I was thinking of the further, but yeah, it's the one from Grave. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just thinking here because like I don't think there's a reason for me to even interact with Fortress because you're just popping Shaginaga and I get a card out of Shaginaga and I can't really deal with the stuff to begin with. So I want to do Shaginaga here.
Yep.
Shaginaga gets popped and I get back into my hand a Shaddoll spell and trap.
Yep. Core in hand. And this doesn't. No, it's just for your opponent. Oh yeah, I could have done more damage with Gear Frame because I was gonna do the Citadel stuff, so it was a little bit of a dumb order, but I do still think that I gotta do this, so yeah. I'll target Citadel with its own effects, and it'll give you a bunch of shit, but I still think I need to get rid of these constructs anyway, so I'll blow off everything you have that's 3,000 or under.
Yep. This is where the fact that I don't have any cards in circulation in the graveyard is hitting me hard. Cause like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But yeah, this is like, I forgot that I was going to do this anyway, and that's the whole reason why I went for the other Citadel, so I could have not killed Construct earlier, and I would have gotten 1,200 more damage, so we'll see if that comes to bite me or not. But I still think I'll pitch this thing for Fortress to get it back. And I think that is all she wrote. Because, yeah, I guess. Actually, it does. You know, I just one step. It's not change anything, but it's still like quite a major thing. Do you mind if actually?
Don't know, but just do it.
Because you can't. Can you do both of these? I can. Yeah. It was mostly just like equipping Gear Frame to Citadel before blowing itself. So then instead of Gear Frame on my final board, it would be Citadel on board. So. Because Gear Frame, when equipped, it protects something from being destroyed by a card effect and destroys itself instead.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I don't genuinely. I do not give a single fuck.
All right. So this is all, and yeah, we're obviously not in battle phase. We're here, and that is gonna be. Oh, she wrote.
Pot of Avarice.
Pot is good. I'll demolish it back into the extra deck. I know 2 fusions and core, and then 2 that I don't. Yo, the goat. Another pot. Actually, what do you have? Oh, you still have another.
Well, hold on. I would like to activate a Pot of Avarice.
Oh God.
Go
for it.
Shuffle this beast, this Falco, this Windy, and this Falco into the deck. And draw. That's a turn.
That's probably the first time we've seen pot into pot when it wasn't Pot of Greed and it was instead Pot of Avarice, and it's like, yeah, let me actually just activate this.
That's pretty good, actually. Then I would like to normal summon Armageddon Knight.
Yep. Go for
Activate the effect of Armageddon Knight to send to the graveyard a dark monster. I would like to send to the graveyard Wendy's Wind, so I can't do that. Unfortunately. I can send...
Hey, wait, how would this actually work?
Squamata. And Squamata effect. I would like to send another monster to the graveyard.
You can send any card, but yeah, go for it.
Any Shaddoll card.
How do, by the way, because when pendulum monsters die in the scales, if they have an effect where it's like when this card is destroyed, in the monster side, they proc it, right?
Yeah, they proc.
How does
They
that
proc
work
the
for
monster
union
properly.
monsters?
If a card that is a union monster gets destroyed, it dies as a monster.
Oh, because like
Same thing for any card that would like be destroyed and has an effect of when this card is destroyed.
yeah, because I'm just reading if a face-up Earth Machine monster you control except Citadel is destroyed by battle card effect while this card is in your grave, you can special summon this. So technically the gear frame being destroyed by protecting the Citadel would have then summoned the other Citadel, which is pretty funny.
But you had already summoned one, right? Yeah, you already summoned one. So you can't summon another one.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Yeah, I summoned that through the.
You summoned both of them through their own effects.
Yeah.
So you can't summon the
Yeah,
second
I wasn't talking about like could I summon for like to the previous turn. I'm mostly just like wondering about the interaction.
Oh
itself.
right, yeah.
Because I did not consider that when I was spending the gear frame is strictly here as a searcher, but that's pretty neat.
Going to send Ariel to the graveyard using Squamata.
Yep. So if the center area, you can target up to 3 cards in your in the graveyards and banish them.
Correct. So I would like to banish from your graveyard multiple cards.
Yep, I probably will have a... Actually, because the targeting happens... Yeah, the targeting happens first. Okay.
Yes, I would like to target Citadel, and I would like to target... I would like to... This thing doesn't have an effect in the graveyard. Doesn't show 1 card. No. I'm targeting the 1 Citadel at the very least. This thing has no effect when it's there. I'll target the Scrap Recycler, and I'll target the Raider, just to be safe. So I'll banish this. Oh, sorry. I'll just banish them to be sure that
the other DR obviously is gone. It's mostly that I'm wondering if I pop the Citadel here, then I won't have it, but this thing would have to go to the grave anyway for me to be able to use it. So I think...
if you try to activate Citadel in response to this and pop Citadel, the Citadel that's in your graveyard gets banished before it can chain. Because the effect is resolving. The Citadel resolves, it pop itself, and the field gets nuked. And then my Aerial resolves, banishing the Citadel that was in the graveyard.
Oh, really?
Yes. It doesn't stay in the graveyard to wait for the chain to be resolved to be able to chain its own effect to it.
Oh, so the banishing that you're doing is a cost.
No, what I'm saying is that when I activate Aerial, I'm targeting 3 of these cards in your graveyard. Yes? Mm-hmm. Now, if you chain to this effect, that effect and my Aerial both have to resolve before you can chain to the second effect's happenings at all. So for example, when Citadel gets popped, because Citadel doesn't get popped as cost, you can't chain the other Citadel in the graveyard.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pop my Citadel, I would pop my Fortress.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. The point is that regardless of what you're doing, the Citadel that's in the graveyard will not be able to chain itself to this chain anymore. Because this chain needs to resolve before a card has been destroyed.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Then this is fine.
Yeah. So it's kind of irrelevant if you use Citadel here or not, and I think it's smarter to hold off on it. Yeah. This is kind of just to prevent you from having the option of just nuking it and getting another one immediately. And there is no way for me to really prevent that outside of this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I assume this is okay.
Yeah. I have then nothing, because it was mostly I don't care about the others. It's mostly just the Citadel.
Yeah. Then let me just double check.
Yep.
So, my hand looks really threatening right now.
There's a lot of cards, and I know it has 2 fusions and a core, but
that's the biggest problem here, where I have a lot of cards in here, but a lot of them are just kind of completely and utterly dead.
Yeah, basically me not having extra deck summons is...
Yeah, it's really, really shutting me down here. And I think another problem, obviously, is the fact that I didn't think to send the shit to the graveyard, and it's kind of screwing me over.
There's a lot to be doing in a Shaddoll deck, to be fair. So, and as we said, established earlier, this is our second set that we're playing. So, bear with us.
Commission battle. I think I could probably take that. What does that do for me here? I can send one of these things to the graveyard, right? Yeah. I can send a Shaddoll Fusion to the graveyard to special summon out my construct. Is this okay?
The construct in your grave. And this gets, doesn't matter, this gives you hand and field. Yeah, that is okay.
Okay, I would like to summon out the construct. Then, would you like to respond?
The summon is okay also.
Okay, so it hits the board and I can activate its effect and priority is on myself.
Yep.
Okay. Then, I would like to... This is the part that kind of like sucks a ton. Because, it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard.
You can get construct, but I can obviously blow it up.
Yes. You can blow...
It is pretty funny that this deck is essentially like Citadel and Fortress, and the rest of the shit does not matter.
I mean, your frame's really good too.
Yeah,
can I check something real quick from my deck, actually?
Go for it.
Thank you, because there's a couple of cards in here that I don't know the exact wordings for. Yeah, I can send this. I can summon a Shadow monster from the deck in face-down defense. The card that I summon in face-down defense will be considered to have 0 attack, which is crucial here, by the way. So I would need to summon out a card that then has an effect when it is sent to the graveyard. Which I could get this thing in, I guess. But I can also get this thing in to draw a card. Taistelu, jaska. Jaska.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been saying this.
Okay, I think I'm going to fuse off my Shaddoll Construct and my Performage Trick Clown.
What the?
To special summon El Shaddoll Construct. Then I would like to activate the effect of El Shaddoll Construct because I remember to activate it now.
Yeah, you can send a Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard.
Is this okay?
The send is fine. What would you like to send?
I will be sending a business email that might take multiple days to arrive. It is in Shaddoll card. I will be sending Wendy.
Yeah, she kind of can summon itself.
Wendy effect.
This is a special name what's in defense. Okay.
I would like to special summon a monster from my deck, face down defense position. I will be summoning a...
Bro, this is a long ass game, by the way.
Yes it is. I will be summoning out a Shaddoll Hedgehog.
Seems pretty good.
Then...
Also gives you good insurance, obviously.
Yeah, it's really
Wait,
solid.
actually... Does it get destroyed by Citadel's effect because it says attack less than or equal to it because it's face down?
I literally just Googled this.
Oh.
Where it's like, wait, do monsters have 0 attack? And I'm gonna be honest, I think monsters have 0 attack when they're face down.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any attributes, so when they get checked for stuff, they get popped, right? That would make sense. Except I can't fucking find anything to deny or confirm this. So I'm gonna double check. And the reason why it's summoned in face down, the reason why I'm summoning it is because I'm assuming that if it gets popped, I still get to keep that shit. So, I still get the thing out of it, right? Regardless if it stays on the field or not, I get use out of it. But, I don't know.
Face down monsters do not have an attack value. They will not be destroyed by Machina Citadel's quick effect.
Good. Wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's legitimately insane.
I figured
works.
that was how it worked, because like, so the same, like, there's no defense value for link monsters. You can't put them to defense. And those kind of the same issues. Like, technically we saw what he said there, but like currently, because how the game usually treats face down stuff, it's like, well, okay, I say like how they treat face down stuff, like it makes sense, but at the same time you can't use them for fusion materials, which is weird.
Yeah.
So
that's the part that's like, well, it's because it's checked when you tribute it. It's checked when you send it to the graveyard. No, it's not. It's checked when it's on the fucking field, brother. What do you mean? It's man.
yeah.
Wait, I just do I actually have a way of dealing with that here? Kinda do, kinda don't. I mean, that's a dark monster, so that works for that, right? Do shadow monsters with different attributes. Combat?
Yeah, when you go to combat, because obviously if you attack declare, you could just throw it into Machina Fortress. I'll just start off combat. I'll target my own citadel and I'll blow up everything on your board that's 3,000 or less.
Yes, that is fine. No, okay. Yeah,
Bro's telling me his intentions.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, bitch! Then I add to my hand a Shaddoll fusion.
Yep, so once again, I know 2 fusions and a core.
Correct. Then I would like to activate Shaddoll fusion. Because
Seems
I have
pretty
not Shaddoll fused this turn yet. Crazy, right? Crazy that you would, do this and do that, and then summon out motherfucking guess who? And guesses? And the guesses who I could be summoning with these materials?
Well, I didn't see the materials. I see 2 darks, but it's like, when did it dive?
Well.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only target that I have here. So.
Yeah, when that's
it's only legal target for this. Then, if this card is into the graveyard, I can special summon a Shaddoll monster. Oh, sorry, I can special summon this card in face down defense position. Mm-hmm. So
Mr. Falco.
Mr. Falco.
That is your one special for the turn.
Yes.
Let's ignore everything that happened before this.
Correct.
Those things, they don't matter. They didn't exist.
They do not matter. Not one fucking bit.
Right. I can run over stuff, but it's like, what does it actually achieve is unfortunately not a lot.
Yep.
This gives you...
Wait, did I add with Shaddoll Hedgehog? No, I did not.
Yeah, you didn't, because one of the sets is core, one is something that I don't know.
Yeah, and I have 2 fusion.
Yeah.
In hand, yeah. Do you mind if I add?
No, go for it.
Thank you. I just keep fucking forgetting this because there's a gazillion things to do.
Yeah. It's like, it hasn't affected anything yet, so it's like...
Yeah. Thank you. Much appreciated. I would like to add...
We're just both to intakesies, backsies. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And I guess I'll add Squamata here.
Okay. Squamata.
Wait. Oh, no, I can add the other thing. The one that has a different attribute that I can then use as a material or stuff.
True.
One of the new fusions says I need to have 2 different attributes. And I obviously only have... This is the first game. I didn't even... I thought you meant the entire set, but this is insane how long this
yeah, it's... to be honestly, we can have this be a best of 1 if you want to. It's perfect.
No, I don't mind. Okay. It's up to you.
We can play this at the 8s. Alright. Because summoning any of this shit doesn't really do literally anything, because... You know what? Yeah... You know what? I will simply
No, my window.
300. You know when I said earlier that like me missing that 1200 damage is gonna come back to bite me. By the looks of it, genuinely it might.
It actually just fucking might.
Yeah. But yeah. I think that is all I can do. I will set one and I will pass.
Alrighty then, chat room. I go standby main. I summon out Shaddoll Core.
Yep.
Move to defense. Then
1950 defense.
I could get a fucking level 11 synchro out right now. Holy, ain't that rad?
True.
That would be kind of nasty, actually. I would like to discard from my hand a Shaddoll Fusion to summon back out Construct. This is... I'm not reading this wrong, right? Yeah, I just get this back. Yeah, it's not banishing itself, which is crazy to me. But I would like to fuse off using...
What did you pitch for it? Shaddoll Fusion.
Shaddoll Fusion, yeah, because I get Shaddoll Fusions back every time that I do anything, so I think it's the thing that makes the most
makes sense.
Yeah. I would like to discard for the summon of this motherfucking thing a quad Shaddoll Chaos.
Pro thinks he's on the team.
Summon Construct again. Effective Construct.
Send a Shaddoll monster from and for the rest of all monsters you control Chaos. Okay, yeah, the Construct ad is.
Wait, this requires me to send one from my hand. Nah, fuck that. Okay. Fuck this card effect.
Fair enough.
I'll just send it from guys.
Yeah, Construct is fine.
Okay, I send with Construct to the graveyard a Shaddoll Doragon to pop your background.
Okay, I will chain a Magnet Reverse.
I don't know if you banish monsters in the graveyard that cannot be normal summoned or set. Yeah.
It is only Citadel in this deck.
Yeah.
I'll summon the banished Citadel.
And then, would you like to use Citadel effect?
For now, I am chilling.
Okay. Then, let me double check what is the wording on this thing. That is fine. I would like to summon one. Summoned one. Let's keep that in mind.
I also think, I don't know why, for some reason I feel like our structure deck episodes usually tend to be super short. Like this is gonna be dead ass like the double of any other structured episode, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kinda insane.
But it makes sense given the matchup.
Yeah.
So much recursion in both of these decks, obviously.
I mean, I guess reasonably I should just go into combat.
Yep. Once again, when you go combat, I'll just blow up Citadel.
Yeah, both of these die. Oh, no. Again!
This is what I was going to do, by the way.
This is what I was going to do. Yeah. And then main phase 2.
Doesn't Core also give you... Or did Core...
Oh, right. Core does give... I get both of these back. Wow, actually, that's... Okay.
There's a reason why this deck is very good.
Yeah. Okay. I've used up no cards from my hand, by the way.
Yep.
No cards have been spent for anything.
Yep. Welcome to Shaddoll.
Then I would like to flip summon.
Yep.
Shaddoll Falco.
Falco is okay.
I can just summon fucking constructing face down defense and have it sit there and be like, yeah, you gonna attack me, bitch? Huh? You wanna fight?
It is genuinely a viable shot.
It's fucking stupid. I forgot to summon the Trick Clown now that I'm thinking about it when I sent it to the graveyard, but no one.
Oh yeah.
I would have taken 1,000 damage from it, so it would have been kind of
genuinely in this economy.
Would have been kind of cracked for you.
We have played for 56 minutes. We're both at 4,700.
Yeah. I mean, I think I am going to summon out the construct
I
in
think it makes
face down
sense.
defense. I think it's a pretty good card to summon out here. And there's also like a couple of other reasons why I think it's not too bad. And one of them is the fact that I can use the construct for the fusion that I was thinking about earlier.
Yep, it is also a light.
So,
And gives you the kind of
I would like to summon out Shaddoll Core.
Core is okay.
Wait, double trigger? Yes.
Because this isn't a
Yes.
once per. Yeah.
Neither of these effects are once per turn.
Yeah.
That's kind of cracked, actually. Then
This card is
I
solid,
would
this
like to summon out using Shaddoll Fusion,
Yep.
using Core and Windy, a Shaggy Naga in defense. Then effects, Windy Core. I add back to my hand a Shaddoll Fusion and Windy special summons from the deck in face
Yes,
down
sir.
defense position. I would like to summon out.
I'll be honest, I don't know if from this position there's literally anything I can do to ever win this game.
It's at the point where like
because you have infinite resources and there's no
Yeah.
cost to most things that you're doing.
yeah, it's
this-
kind of rough.
This isn't exactly a swarmy deck, so
Let me double check. What does this say for face up on the field? Okay, that's necessary. That's interesting. They like you can't send a Shaddoll Fusion that you've set to the graveyard for the effective construct to get it back. That's important.
do I know what the middle set is? By the way, my dueling book bugged out.
Yes,
Okay.
it's Squamata. It's
Squamata,
from
okay.
Wendy.
Yeah, Squamata set. Okay. Because for whatever reason, my stuff just froze, and then suddenly a bunch of stuff was set. So that's why I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
all good.
Well, that is a dead draw. This has a monster negation. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do from here. So I think we will save
Powers.
everybody's time and try. We'll see if I can make something happen here.
Wait, I have 3 aerials? Wait, I could have sworn there was only one in my deck. I'm not even kidding. I looked for aerial in my deck and I couldn't find it. Wait, I'm fucking blind? Question mark, exclamation point.
I respect that. I'll try this.
I think this
Alright.
chaos card is so dog water that I'm just gonna side it out. And also I'm gonna. I don't think these cards are good enough to keep in here, but oh man. I think I swapped these 2 out. And then I put my 3rd construct in because clearly I don't need to have multiples of the link. I have 3 of them, and it's like that's insane. Yeah.
It's
And then
pretty
maybe-
good.
Maybe put one of these in because I don't think I actually need 3 aerials. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, let's see if I can get something done. But at least now I know, like, when it goes to the, like, essentially a situation where you're cycling through a lot of stuff, like, I can't really do much, so.
I think Pot of Avarice being in this deck is genuinely disgusting.
It wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't for the matchup, but it's because we're doing similar
Yeah.
things, but obviously both your control and your recursion effects are obviously stronger than mine. So it's essentially like either I get like 2 super explosive turns and somehow kill you with like double Citadel Fortress or something, or it goes to the drawn out game and probably I die.
I'm a better mid-range deck, but you're a better aggro deck.
Yep.
You can play mid-range, but you're much worse at mid-range than I am, which makes you the beatdown in this matchup, which then becomes a case of like, well, you can't beat over me if I stabilize at all.
Yep.
And that's cool. That's actually really cool.
This is not a great hand, I won't lie. I think.
I should have just cited 3 of these, and this thing is really good here.
Sure.
The field spell, by the way, is insane against this deck. Like, it's actually cracked. Because it reduces Citadel's attack, or like any target for Citadel,
Yep.
and also like
Obviously,
generally just makes it easy
It
to
just
deal with.
grinds also kinda fast and makes things very scary. But this is all I
Yeah.
can do for now.
Alrighty then, chat room. Um, what was the wording on the card that special summoned cards that were banished?
Wait, which one?
The one that you used.
The thingy. It's like target one of your, I think it was machine or rock monsters that is banished or is in your grave, and it couldn't be normal summoned or set.
Okay,
And you
so
spell
you can summon cannon if I
Yeah,
banish.
it is.
That's-
It's only
Okay.
here. I'm playing, I think, 1 or 2 copies. I don't remember anymore when I decided now, but like I think I'm playing 1 or 2 copies, and it's just for Citadel.
Okay.
It's mostly obviously it's a quick play monster born for Citadel, which is nice. But funny enough, like in this matchup, the banish might actually sometimes be relevant.
Yeah, it's actually really relevant. Yep. Yeah, we didn't see this last round because I obviously can't search for it, and I don't have terraformings in the deck. I have
Yeah.
2 of them in the deck too, specifically because I wanted to have everything in multiple copies.
Yeah, I mean 60 cards and no way to search for this stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not very likely to show up.
Yeah, but obviously the reason why I chose to do this is because I thought this would be funnier this way. So let's start off by activating Shaddoll Fusion,
Yep.
and I would like to summon out using Shaddoll Fusion a Wow, neither player can special summon monsters from the hand or graveyard. Oh no, using spell or trap effects. Oh, thank God. I got scared for a second. I legit haven't read this card. So I was like, surely that's not real, right? This isn't real. You're fucking with me, right? Let's see. I have that and a that. I can summon out this thing, or I can summon out this thing. This thing trades with your guy, which isn't too bad. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. I would like to fusion summon using my Shaddoll Hedgehog and my Ariel, a Shaddoll App Cologne.
Yep. And it gives you what, a add to hand and a banish.
Correct. I would like to start off by adding to my hand and then banishing in the chain. So I banish first and then I add. I would like to banish, in this case, the Hedgehog, which does not get negated, so the effect resolves. I get to add to my hand a Shaddoll monster. I would like to add... This is kind of rough, actually. I think I will add... I will add Wendy to my hand.
Yep.
Then I get to put 2 counters on this thing, by the way. Very relevant. I probably want to have this thing in defense here, actually. Also, I would get to summon would get to negate a card here, but it doesn't negate the effect of the card, like when it gets destroyed.
Yeah,
so
it's literally negative for you because this has also the before resolving an opponent's monster effect targets this. I
Yeah.
get to discard something. Obviously, the other part resolves in grave, so it doesn't do anything here.
Yes, correct. And it's just kind of stinky because of that. But I would like to set 1 card, set another card, and pass.
Yep. And my thingy is 23 currently.
Correct.
Alrighty. Much to do here, I'll be so honest.
It's interesting how the wording on Shadow Prison is so meticulous, because each time a Shaddoll monster is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, place 1 spellstone counter on this card for each sent monster. Because a lot of these cards usually just say, whenever a monster is sent to the graveyard, put
It's more
counter on it.
instance-based and not just the Ngabab.
Yeah, it's indestructible by battle.
Oh, you're right.
That's why I put it in defense, because you can't just swing into it and kill it.
In that case,
Do you want to swing into the face down?
I mean, it's gonna be Wendy, but if I do, this doesn't really do much. It's really funny though, but
Okay.
Mostly I'm just thinking is like, is there anything in my deck that I can do against your deck to ever win?
I feel like
Because I think the answer is a no.
because the more that I'm getting comfortable playing this deck, and now that I have this thing, as long as this thing exists on the board, I don't think there is literally anything that your deck can do anymore. You need to destroy Curse of the Shadow Prison, or you just lose.
I mean, even
And
we saw even without prison, like there's nothing I can, because I can get
yeah,
rid of prison right now, but it takes
yeah, like if you can't
stuff.
keep up
Because
with the loss of economy to deal with my cards, my
yeah, you
my
know
deck
what?
once it stabilizes, it's done.
Since the
Yeah,
first game was so long, I think because there are also multiple people waiting for me and I
oh
need
yeah,
to eat, I think it's easier to do this because I can drop a Jeexx on Apkalon to get rid of it, then I can ram my fortress into it to pop Shadow Prison. And
yeah.
but it's like I'm once
Then
again I'm using so much shit to deal with something, and it just because of how the decks match up to each other, there's not like anything really that I can do to win the grind game. And it's essentially like I said, I need to find Citadel early, and I need to get a limit to removal and do something. I was main decking
yeah,
also like right from the get go. I was main
Cosmic
decking
Cyclone.
triple
Yeah.
cyclones, but I just
I
didn't
was
draw them.
really scared about specifically Cyclone
Yeah,
when
I
because
just
I
never
built this.
drew them in the
Yeah.
first game because obviously
So
the deck relies a lot on back row, so this is like just good in the matchup every single time.
yeah.
But yeah,
Although specifically with this deck, the only card that like, because like I was playing a lot more back row than you could play in this, because you could obviously just run Shadow Core and Curse of the Shadow Prison as your only like
yeah,
sticking cards.
I'm pretty sure
But
that
even
was how
then,
I built it for me. And I was usually when I built for structure deck episodes, I built both decks, and then it's like, okay, what do I play into what like my brew would be? And it was literally I had I think 2 copies of core and 3 copies of prison, or it might have been 2 and 2. And it was like that's already is like I want cyclone because one of them is an infinitely recurring source of value for you in core, and the other one makes my deck not function.
yeah, yeah. I I built the Mechanized deck obviously last night, and I built the Shaddoll deck last night. So I'm missing like a lot of cool plays in here because you obviously had a fairly thought out in the form of having like Draglubion in there, which is really cool, by the way. I've never seen Draglubion be summoned by anybody anywhere. So in that sense, my deck was just more bare bones, that I was playing a pure mid-range control variant of Shaddoll with 60 cards so that I never deck out and I could just play infinitely. And in this case, the reason why I said, I want to just discuss this real quick because I think, because you thought
That's
I
fine.
said Wendy, right?
Yep.
The reason why I said Ariel was because if you swing into Ariel, I get Hedgehog back, and as you can probably see, I only have Wendy in hand. So if I just get Hedgehog on field, I get Shadow Fusion back, and then I can start doing stuff.
Yep.
Obviously, if I lose Apkalon, which I would lose when you tributed, I would get the Shadow Fusion in my graveyard back, but I didn't know you had the Kaiju in hand, so I had to play around that.
Yeah.
And then next turn, I use Shadow Fusion with Hedgehog and Wendy to maybe make another Apkalon, or maybe make the big one, this thing, Wendigo, and then have Wendigo be essentially a indestructible wall against the fortress, and go from there. But
Yeah.
needless to say, didn't need to be done. And also, I sided into a lot more aggression for game two, because I put in like El Shadow Fusion and I think it's El Nefe Shadow Fusion or something like that, which is the one that lets you just revive one. But
Oh
the
yeah.
fact that in game one, I forgot entirely that all of my goons that say summon a shadow card just allow me to summon the fusions, kinda, I feel like, made me realize, wait, this deck is way more broken than what I thought it was.
Yeah. Shaddoll is very good. But I was running shit like even like back there front because the idea was basically I didn't also get like scrap recycler really going because obviously as you could see like you could draw a decent bit from this just because the gear frame stuff. The main issue with recycler is obviously it needs specifically level 2 2 level 4s. It can't be like for a lower, you can cycle more recycler. And for this specifically, Possessor Rage being a dark kind of sucks, so it's just there for
Yeah.
gear frame. But I didn't do many tests, but in the couple tests that I did, like in a couple in a couple hands, like it was like I played like 2 to 3 turns, and that was like basically what I was trying to set up and go for, which also like the limited removal there. I have obviously Machina. There's a lot with stuff like Machina redeployment. There's a lot of way to actually get stuff out of your deck, and Jizukiru also being a machine.
Crazy you didn't draw into any of these.
Yeah, Jizukiru also being a machine is. There was like, it came up once where it's like, okay, I tribute something for Jizukiru. I have the other Jizukiru in my hand, which I can now spell summon for free. I go limited removal, and then basically whatever else I have in my hand, like that's a lot of damage. But it was mostly just that, and unfortunately when it goes to the grind game, I couldn't really do much there. But the main idea was like, I have limited removal. If I draw into it, good. If I don't, there's still like a decent bit of punching power, especially thanks to Citadel, and obviously Numeron Dragon hitting for 9k also. It's pretty nice. The other stuff that I just had here was just I had Gustav Max and Libe just if a double Citadel situation comes up where I could go into these. I had 2 Hope Harbs if I needed to go first, because there's not, as you can see, there's not many like going first place. And then I just had IP, Phoenix, Unicorn, and Warlord and Boral Sword. And then the final thing, because we can now play anything, is I had this only so I could go into Full Armor Photon, which pops a face-up card, which you can rank up then into Cypher Blade, which pops something else. So essentially like this, you can go into Photon Lord for free, which you don't use for anything, but then you can go into Full Armor Photon Dragon, detach one of your thingies, get a pop, you level that up into Cypher Blade, you detach another one, you get another pop, you get 2 pops, and you get 2 cards in your grave. And for a lot of the plays, like I like having my stuff be in the grave, so especially for something like Cannon, which is essentially just a almost free summon, but I happen to open a lot of back row in a lot of my hands, so I just didn't really have the discard fuel, which obviously stuff like Air Raider, Cannon, and Radiator all use really well. So that was kind of unfortunate, but this was the finally, because I had some more slots, and it's like, okay, what do I do? And in like basically all of my Galaxy S deck, it's Cypher Dragon, and then you go in from that into Full Armor Photon, and then Cypher Blade, and from there. But obviously here, because I don't do anything with Cypher Dragon because I'm not running other Photon stuff, the Photon Lord was essentially just like, at least it has a negate if I need to go there.
Oh yeah.
Obviously it doesn't destroy if you don't have a Galaxy card, but it's still a negate. So, and it was only, actually I don't think it ever came up, but it was like an idea. It's like I could basically do a terrible Photon first turn board where if I got literally I don't think it was even possible for me going first unless I opened literally. Actually, yeah, if I open the fucking redeployment and then 4 8s, then I could go for a board where my ending board on my turn 1 is Galaxy's Photon Lord and Hope Harb, which gives me 2 negates. Which
1 monster negate and 1 spell negate,
yeah.
Which would be really menacing against this deck specifically.
It would also be really funny just playing Machina, and then it's like, surprise, it's actually Galaxy Eyes.
We're playing Galaxy out here.
Yeah.
That's kind of based though, I like that.
But yeah.
It's pretty sick.
But so happened that you end up playing, because my Shadow deck was a lot more boring. It was just 40 cards. You had other stuff, but outside of core, like you were just basically always making Windar construct and then just like going control with that stuff. So going the 60 card rebels, I think a lot cooler.
The whole idea obviously was just I'm just gonna play as many of these cards and try to outvalue everything, and consistently that came up. Like every time I do a play, you need to respond to it, and every time I respond to it, like, and you go essentially -1 for it, whereas I just don't lose resources.
Yeah.
And then obviously them printing this thing in this set.
Yeah.
For this
dude, Pot of Avarice in the Pot of Avarice was in the same turn that was funny.
Yeah. Although like it kind of screwed me over in the sense that like I lost a lot of the resource that I had in the graveyard.
Yeah.
But then obviously I would have had more resource in the graveyard if I hadn't, been stupid.
Yeah.
I forgot to use construct. I overall like this deck. This was a pretty good matchup too. Like I found it interesting having to navigate around this fucking Fortress and Citadel both being on the board.
Yeah.
And then obviously having Citadel in the graveyard made it even worse. There was a moment where I was like thinking, wait, am I forgetting something? Because like I feel like you could have used Citadel in the graveyard to summon it out to have another one, but I'm not sure right now. And I was too tired to actually recount what had happened up to that point.
Very, very fair. That could have been. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is like the longest
Yeah, I mean,
episode we've had in a
the
really
second
long
one
time.
I scooped turn one, and this is an hour and 16 minutes. It's crazy. I mean,
That's
we
crazy.
almost played one game for an hour. So
Oh
yeah. But yeah, brother, why is it like when I'm chilling, nobody cares about anything? Then when we're playing one game for an hour in a structured deck episode, there are 3 different people. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Make that 4 different people who are asking for my time. Which is
Wait, what?
No, it's literally I said we had agreed with Ryu to record after we were done with Yu-Gi-Oh! A couple Grand Blue sets today. Then Yuda pulled up and is like, hey, anybody here? I had another friend who earlier saw some stuff that came to Dying Light and something, some mod shit, and was like, hey, this should be cool. Like, you down to play? And now I literally 2 minutes ago, verbatim, yo, you down to play some League today? And then he says basically where he asked, but the other people are gonna go drink, and I'm gonna be watching my kid, so I'm gonna make him sleep at this hour, and then we could play. I have never felt this wanted, guys. Thank you, everybody.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. It's really funny to think like some literally like 2 days ago, I was just twiddling my thumbs and wondering like, what the fuck should I do today? I had just like nothing to do after I got home from gym. Shout out to being unemployed. And then I was like, everybody and their mom wants my time.
To be fair,
I'm busy gaming.
It's Saturday, bro. So,
It is also true because my friends are, well, some of my friends
Not
are are employed. Jeexx is not a friend. He's a colleague.
wow. Yeah, I'm a colleague. Let's go.
I just exploit him for YouTube views.
for wins in Grand Blue Fantasy.
Actually, that's actually what I exploit him for. It's like tank the shit that would make me my mental boom, and then I just come through. Next episode, it was poetic. Guys, go watch the Grand Blue thingy I'm doing it for you. It's finally actually interesting because it actually looks like I have hands in some episodes now.
Actually got hands, even though he's playing a character he's played less than, like, you know.
Yippee.
You know how it is.
You know how it be. But
You know
I
how-
am starving. It is 7 p.m. I have ate breakfast and drank a single protein shake, and I went to the gym today, so I should probably consume something. But thank you so very much for watching. We will be next time for... Actually, that's the last thing that I should check. We'll be back next time for Eternity Code. And
Oh my-
for
That's
y'all,
huge.
It's probably gonna be a maybe it's gonna be in a week's time from this. I don't know. Like I said, Jeexx is taking a trip, so for us it's gonna be a little longer. That's why we recorded 2 in a row. And thank you, Jeexx, for doing that. I much appreciate it. But regardless, that is next time you see us playing Yu-Gi-Oh, we're gonna be playing Eternity Code. So,
Dude, have you checked what this set has in it?
well, given that I checked what the set was, and I had 2 different shells for the set, I assume it's pretty much a banger. So,
Well, the cover card.
well,
Access code.
yeah, it's an okay card. Let's just say that already access code is not going in the generic pool. It would make sense, but we are not just trying to get, because whereas Boral Sword is good at ending games, access code just does it alone and is just way too fucking powerful for a closed format like that. So if there are Code Talker, if there are Code Talker cards or something with Talker in its name, which luckily is for the most part just the that. We will see access code, and it obviously gets reprinted a lot later as well. But you will see it a decent bit, but we are not putting it in the generic pool because it would be way too good. But you will definitely see it next time, I am assuming.
I'm rocking the fuck up this time. We're doing a sequel.
Interesting.
It's a run back.
Looking forward to it.
Yarr, matey.
Oh,
We're about to make this landlubber.
oh shit! Actually getting cards for the deck now. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be fun. But regardless, that is gonna be what we're doing next time. Thank you so very much for watching. And I'm talking very far away from my mic. I hope my voice is still reaching you. But we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day and peace.